Hello and welcome to the video by TrumpExcel. I'm Sumit Bansal, and in this video I will show you a couple of column operations that you can do in Power Query that will help you manage your data better. So I have this data here, and to open this in Power Query I would go to data, and here I would click on from table range. This opens the data in the query editor, and here I'm going to show you a couple of column operations. The first one and the very simple one is renaming a column, and we've already seen this a couple of times in this video, in this course, that you can simply rename this column by double clicking here and then typing the name. So in this case, if I want this to be date and time, then I can type this and hit enter, and when I do this it'll rename the column. You can see that a step is added here in the applied steps, and you can also see this formula table.rename columns, change type from date to date and time. So this has been recorded. If you do not want to use double click, you can also come here and go to rename column here option here, and it'll do the same thing, but personally I find double click to be an easier way to do this. Now, if you want to create a copy of this column, so you want to create a duplicate of this column, you can do that by right clicking and going to duplicate column. And when you do this, it'll insert a copy of this column at the end of this data set. See what happens when I click on duplicate column? It inserts a duplicate copy, the same data, and the header is a little changed. It says date and time and space copy, so dash copy. So you can change this name if you want to. For example, you can come here and you can change this name to anything you want, and you can move around this column. So for example, in this case, if I don't want this to be at the end, if I want this column to be, let's say, somewhere here, then I can click, so hold the left key on my mouse and I can drag this column, and wherever I drop this, you see this green line, wherever I drop this, it'll come there, and that's the step would be recorded here in recorded columns. Let me remove this step and bring this back to the end here. Another way of moving this is, let's say if you're working with a huge data set where there are, let's say, 30 or 40 columns, then it might be difficult for you to move this. So for example, if I want to move this from the end to the beginning, I'll have to hold the mouse key and drag this till the beginning. So instead of doing this, what you can do is right click on this, go to move, and here you have these options left and right. So left and right would simply move this to the left of this column or to the right of the adjacent column. And to beginning here would make this column shift to the beginning of this data set. So I would come here, I would click on to beginning and see what happens. It gets to the beginning of this. Similarly, if you come here and you select to end, it comes to the end of this data set. So you can move around by using a mouse, or you can use these options to beginning and to end. And if you want to delete this column, then you can simply right click and click on remove. So this would remove this column. But if you want to remove every other column except this column, then you can choose remove other columns. So these are a couple of column operations that you might need to know when you're working with data in Power Query. That's it in this video. I hope you found this useful. Thank you and have a nice day.